Sports seekers are aspiring individuals, unafraid to take on challenges many of us would never dream of. We head back to Johannesburg to meet a young man overcoming hurdles in the equestrian world.
Jodhpurs or jeans?
Jodhpurs.
Test the waters or you're all in?
I like to taste first and then see what's there for me.
What's the best advice that your parents or grandparents or a mentor ever gave you?
Don't listen. No, I've got so much respect for this horse, eh? Right? He's like a superstar waiting to happen. I would say every day, I think I wake up more for my horses than anything else. Hi, my name is Shepherd Zira and I'm a show jumper from Kalami, Gauteng, and this is my Africa.
Shepherd Zira is the top South African show jumper. He spends his days competing in the tough field of Lipizzana riding. And while the Lipizzaner breed has long had roots in riding competitions on the continent, Zira is the first Lipizzana rider of colour in all of Africa.
I got into horse riding through my dad, and he was a groom to a guy called Dion Boardman and a lady called Maud Arts, and they were all top show jumpers at the time. So I then decided, you know what, maybe one day I should just tag along, and that's how it started. This is meaningful to me because this is basically where my riding career started. I basically came here when I was still like a little lighty and trained here, and you know, I have horses here. This is basically where I got the first knowledge of riding, right in this yard. I was 11 when I got on, and it just felt like I was not in control at the time, and it just felt like, because now I'm riding something that has its own brain. It's not like a bicycle that you just get on and go. But after a while, everything started, you know, falling into line.
At the age of 16, Shepherd lost his father. His death devastated the family financially. Afterwards, Shepherd's mum could no longer afford rent or his school fees. Following in his father's footsteps, he dedicated his life to horses.
As a school dropout, dropped out at grade 10. So I just decided, nah, you know what, let me do something in my life. Instead of like wasting it, I just started horse riding, and I could see, you know, my everyday training becoming better and better, which was pretty cool. Then I just thought, hey, maybe I can just do this, you know, as a life thing. And I loved it so much that if I didn't sit on a horse, I just felt like I didn't do anything for the day. I just sat there doing nothing. I feel like if I go back to my house, I would be like where I live now. I would be, you know, dragged into the wrong crowd of people. And I just don't want to be mixed up with those kind of people, you know, and then, yeah, so this is why I just spend all my days out here than there. I wanted to make a change and a difference. I always thought to myself, you know what, Shepherd Zira is gonna make a big man out here, which I think, you know, I've done, but I think I can be bigger.
For Shepherd, bigger means casting his eye towards the future and the 2020 Olympics.
And shoulders back. Ah, that's nice.
Shepherd's show jumping coach, Ronnie Healy, encouraged him to try out for the South African Lipizzaners, hoping it would present the young rider with the opportunity to broaden his skill set.
When I came here, finally, there was no space, which actually like shut me down a bit. But then a week after, I got called back again to come and, you know, try out and see what's happening. And it was awesome. Hello, boy. What's up? This is, I think, the second time I'm doing this. So my nerves are still not settled. You know, like it's a bit a new thing, you know, because I'm used to show jumping and here I am doing dressage now. So like, yeah. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be riding in the young stallions, and that's what's going to be happening. when you've got about 1,002 eyes looking at you, it's just a whole new story, you know, because everyone just is focusing on you at that moment. You don't want to go wrong. So all your nerves are like sitting on your neck and you just don't know what to do, you know. You just sit there and you freeze. You're like, what's going on? But normally I try to put the people outside of everything. The only thing I see is just me and the arena. I feel, you know, like I've achieved a lot and there's a whole lot more that I can do. I think I actually want to make the whole, make this whole wall like full of rosettes and everything. So we'll see how that goes in time. Thinking back, I really had a, you know, like a tough time growing up, and this just became a whole new thing that I never knew I was gonna, you know, be able to do. As I pushed myself so hard and I pushed everyone else around me, most of them were just like, oh, you're not gonna get there, but I'd literally show them the other side of life. I just feel like, you know, there's nothing that can stop me.